Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Brazil. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, I don't know if this is going to be the final episode, but we are getting close. I can say that we are getting closer and closer to the conclusion of the series. Probably not, maybe not this episode, but I think definitely within this or next one. We'll be, reaching the end of our Brazil campaign. I don't know what I'm actually going to play after this. And also I have no idea why the game keeps pausing. I think it might just be slightly out of date. Like the version of the game. I'm just not too sure. Like what's happened. Yeah, so you guys are pretty tough right now. So we're going to hold position then. And also, they're just going to abandon their 1-3 victory points. Okay, never mind. I thought they did not abandon it. They were thinking about it, but then they didn't. Yeah, you go here. And just defend these provinces, at least for right now. Chile is not going to capitulate, at least not quite yet. Like, I would like to send more troops into this region, but I don't think we can at the moment. Even though they're very weak. We're going to send them straight into the battle. I'm not even going to produce any more of these tanks. We're just going to use them for reinforcements. And you guys can deploy in Lima. By the way, all these troops, by the way, if you just want to come down here to Argentina, down here in Chile, that I wouldn't say no. I can tell you that for a fact. I would not say no to some help down here. Oh, you guys have actually already retreated. Wonderful. Okay, no, this is actually going pretty well then. Okay, so you need to change your battle plan. You're not moving south anymore because we've already taken the city. You're just going to move straight into these 4 and keep on pushing your way through. You guys don't connect? Okay. Like I would have sworn that you did, but I mean, to be fair, I don't actually know. These provinces not connect? No. Okay. Again, it's another one of those situations where it looks like they should also stop attacking random places that don't actually help you at all. You're attacking into this port. There's an open port right here. You don't need to be attacking the other ones. I know the AI's probably planned those attacks before I had actually sent in troops. But still, it's a little bit silly sometimes to watch them do this. Or it's like, you don't need to be doing this. Like, what are you doing? Half of you are going to deploy down to here. Just so you know. You can make them more informed choices into the future. I mean, Green Army's still fine. Yeah, we've connected this front now, which is lovely. We can stretch out blue to be a little bit longer. Uruguay just gonna be completely surrounded, and that's okay. Not too worried about it. Have you really ended your hostilities? I guess you decided that fighting MacArthur is actually more important, which I'm a little bit surprised by, but okay. I'm surprised that this war is still going on for as long as it actually is. Yeah, we're gonna last stand to you. I don't want to die and lose our holdings that we have here. Like, we're really just trying to squeeze the Argentinians as much as humanly possible. You know, that's my overall operational goal. Then I'll move this way. Move into where, like, the enemy is not. Like, you know what I mean? When we, like, move into provinces that don't have enemies in them. It'll be easier to go through. So you're going to take over these 2 cities here. I think that seems pretty good. Let's go for better radar stations, even though I have 0 in my country right now. Have those guys... Yeah, okay, they're starting to move over now. That's nice. Still don't really have any, allies as far as I can tell. They're missing 75 steel. I don't even know how that's possible, but I guess we'll get 10 more steel from the British. And they're very close to just taking over Hyderabad. Like, very close. They haven't defeated the Greeks yet, because Greece is actually unstoppable. I'm gonna say they're like 10 divisions right in this single province. 98, 99. Some provinces are just being held by Canada. I'm not too sure what really determines that. Yeah, but once we get more troops here, then we can actually start spilling into Argentina again a little bit more. Why do? Because this is not considered a one front line. That's why they're all, like, right here. No, you can, like, spread out a little bit. You don't need to be all hanging out that close together. So we get some more military factories. Let's build some more aircrafts, I guess. Always seems like a fun time. We're now importing too much steel. Not enough aluminum, but that's okay. 10%. We don't need more war support. We need... you know, stability more than anything. Is it a tank being sent there? No. Okay, so the tank's going to keep on going through. Okay, so we got 5% stability by arresting some syndicalists. Seems like a win-win for me. Yeah, no, okay. Argentina's just dead. I think it is definitely going to be the last episode. They're already at 21%. As soon as we take over, like, any other victory points, which could be, again, anywhere. Is it really just that one? No, there's some down here as well. So I might as well prepare for, like, a naval invasion just to take over the city, even though there's no port. Actually, I have the port right there, so we might as well just do it like that. It's gonna take 7 days, I'd imagine. You didn't even do the from here to here. Yes. It's gonna take 7 days. Yeah, it is. But that should more or less solve the problem. The British have landed this guy over here in another province that you can tell, yes, doesn't actually have a victory point in it. We can actually move to San Juan from the back. So I'm going to do that. It'd be silly not to. And how many men have I lost in this war against Argentina? I feel like it's probably too many. Almost 1 million. And really for what? It was to free some country that I don't really care about, but... I mean, San Juan's worth 3 victory points. How long till we get to San Juan? It's going to take us 1 day, 8 hours, and I guess should be the end of the war, I would imagine. Or when our tank arrives. You know, whatever one happens first. There we go. I hit the end peace deal button. I'm gonna load up that autosave. Just gonna load up that autosave. I accidentally did not press the right button. I mean, I could just use the state chancellor tool to do the same thing, essentially, but that's fine. So we're gonna pass 1 million times, and I think I'm just gonna annex everything. Which then brings up a good point, like, why did you even... And why did you even reload when you could just, done that? So, we're not going to support the United States. We are going to free the kingdom of whatever the hell this is. There you go. Are you at least a puppet state of ours? You are. Fantastic. Hello. My little puppet state friends. So Chile, we're going to liberate Chile under a friendly government. we're going to liberate Argentina in its entirety. That's because the South doesn't really belong to anybody. And I think kind of Paraguay looks kind of nicer under our control. I'm just going to release it quickly just to make sure, you know, to see what it looks like. No, we're just going to annex. We're just going to annex it. And we're also going to annex this part of Argentina as well. What if we take this side of the river here? And then we take over northern Chile. Yeah, so Chile looks like a little baby. We've taken a pretty decent chunk of territory for ourselves. And I think... I mean, you know what? We'll play out the last, like, 7 minutes of this episode. Let's not make it, like, too short. Basically, this is going to be the last episode. There's no question about that. We're only at war with you now, and I think Hyderabad's about to capitulate in just a moment regardless. If they don't capitulate, then they don't capitulate. There's not much we can do about that. Yeah, and you guys all go there. You know, if you just attacked in, like, one big swoop with, like, these 20 divisions, you'd probably do, like, pretty alright. But then they kind of just don't want to, I guess. So keep him supporting some more steel. I think once you take Bangalore, like, that's kind of it. We're not going to give them back their territory. I'm going to occupy their territory actually forever. Yeah, so you're like our friend, right? Population issue has been solved. Is it? Are you Font? Who are you? You are Bernard. So you probably fall somewhere else then. Victory for socialism, repair Argentina. So no, their tree doesn't really actually have a non-leftist thing you can do. Surprisingly, actually. I would expect there to be something like there's an event that you can get freed by Brazil for doing this war. You think there would actually be a special, you know, a special thing that you could do, but I guess not. I have no idea where my troop even are. Like, where even are you guys? You're just around Africa. No, you're not even in Africa. You're just leaving Argentina now, or leaving Brazil now, I should say. So I definitely don't think you're gonna get there in time. I mean, we can see. You can probably push your way through that guy. But what if hypothetically, I can't believe like you've lost 233,000 men against Hyperbad. Like that's it's crazy sometimes how it works. Because like think about it. Could you imagine 250,000 Frenchmen dying over here or India? Like that doesn't seem like it would actually happen. It's kind of the problem with Hearts of Iron 4 just in general is that wars happen and people commit way more than they ever would realistically, because it doesn't make any sense that France would send 500,000 men to go fight in India. Like, think about how many American soldiers and casualties there were in Vietnam over, like a decade. And how much public outcry there was there, but, you know, that kind of mechanic doesn't really exist in Hearts of Iron 4. I know they're updating there's new DLC coming out that's going to, change some of that stuff. Like, they're gonna add, like, resistance counters, but I don't think that's gonna do anything domestically. I don't know if there's any domestic things they're gonna change that'll make it so, hey, if you fight a war as Canada and lose 500,000 men in Egypt, Canada will, like, revolt against you or something like that. Because you can commit way more soldiers than makes any realistic sense, given the context of the war that you're fighting and the countries that you are. Like, probably can make the argument that war support is just too easy to actually gain. Like, honestly, war support, that basically, like, never actually ticks down. Even if you're just in, like, Rio, like, just this, let's say these two states right here, you'd probably still be at 100% war support. Like, there's no actual, like, war weariness in this game, which is just very strange. You think that there should be some instance of people not wanting to fight anymore. To the point where, you know, this should actually, like, start ticking down. Yeah, like, there's war heroes being killed. But that's about it. There's not... It doesn't matter how many people die in a war for your war support to start ticking down. Like, it should be the point where... Even if, let's say, this war, right now... Like, right now, they'll never surrender. But if Hyperbat loses, like, 5 million men and these front lines haven't changed, they should just surrender regardless. Like, their war support should take down far enough because of the number of dead soldiers. And not even counting civilian casualties, because those aren't actually counted in this game whatsoever. Okay, well, we get, like, human wave offense, so that's fine. They're going to take Bangalore, so I think that should at least end the war before troops even get there. Yeah, so we'll just end. Give India all of the territory. And there we go. The war has ended. The Entente is looking pretty alright, but for now... For now, I can't take over the faction. I don't think I can... Who's leader of the faction? Okay, I was gonna say I was gonna leave the faction and create my own little Brazilian faction, but apparently that's not actually allowed. Actually, no, I can just allow Diplo. Now what are you gonna do, Canada? I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna create my own faction down here. The South American Protection League. Is that a great name? Not really. But there we go. The South American Production League has been formed with Brazil at its front. So I think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks for watching. My name is Anthony. If you enjoyed, run a thumbs up. Not to tell you thumbs down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.